Okay, people, the top 10 manga of 2019, top 10 selling manga of 2019 list has been released by Oricon, and this has been probably the most controversial year for manga sales since I've been doing this. And what I mean by that is there's a huge discrepancy going on right now, and a lot of people are going back and forth regarding who really is number one. But from Oricon, the same people that have provided us the top 10 sales of every year for manga up until this point, have released what they say is the top 10 manga of 2019 sales wise. And yeah, it's pretty freaking crazy, I ain't gonna lie. Let's talk about it. No matter how you move, get it done. No matter how you move, get it done. Now before we get into the list, because it's been so controversial, like I've been getting a lot of people coming at me left and right about this list, because I've been reporting on up until this point what Oricon has been saying, that Demon Slayer was number one. Then Shueisha very oddly came out with numbers just days before Oricon saying that One Piece was number one. So a lot of people, you know, been very immature about the situation, attacking this, that, and the third, and it's like, alright, whatever. At the end of the day, the funny thing is that I'm more of a One Piece fan than I ever will be a Demon Slayer fan. That's just facts. I've been talking about this for 9 years. I've been into One Piece, you know what I'm saying? So for the people that is like, yo, you was just like, no, I like One Piece more than Demon Slayer. I love Demon Slayer now, but it's the new kid on the block. I'm a One Piece fan, so let's get that straightforward before people say haha, because I'm not trying to come into this one with being immature about it. But yeah, you know what, let's just check out what the list says. Coming in at number 10 is a manga I've never heard of, to be honest with you, called Tensai Shitara Slime, which I want to say it beat out One Punch Man. One Punch Man came in, I want to say, number 11, just behind this manga, but this manga sold 3,414,482 copies, coming in at number 10. I might want to check this out, to be honest with you. It looks kind of cool from the image we got, and yeah, top 10 sales for this one. Then next up at number 9, Kaguya-sama, which Kaguya-sama, again, another manga. I've heard of this series, but I really don't know nothing about it. It looks cool, kind of reminds me of, based on this image anyway, it looks like they have like ghoul eyes, like Tokyo Ghoul, but I really don't know much about this manga. But this one came in at 4,096,492 copies. Then coming in at number 8, a manga that I am familiar with because I saw, like, I want to say first half of the first season of the anime, Haikyuu, the volleyball series, and that came in with 4,514,838 copies, which shout outs to Haikyuu. From everything I hear, the manga is awesome. I love what I saw of the anime. Honestly, I've been thinking about, now that I got some time, you know, things are ending, I might actually marathon some Haikyuu and see what, you know, the hype's been all about lately since I last checked it out. But big congrats to Haikyuu coming in at number 8 with, again, 4.5 million. Then coming in at number 7, a real juggernaut, I'm not gonna lie, arguably one of the best manga of 2019, Attack on Titan. And it's crazy that it's still selling this well. I mean, at one point, Attack on Titan was almost going to be number 1 a few years back, but it was beat out by One Piece. But it's still hanging in there all these years later at number 7 with 4,704,234 copies, which still major congrats. Amazing series, honestly, one of the best series out in a long time. Like, this revolutionized thing. I'll never forget when this dropped, the anime in particular. Everybody could not stop talking about it, old, young. I would meet people, you know, like I remember I met a 70-year-old man in a coffee shop and he knew about Attack on Titan. So Attack on Titan blew boundaries away, and this might be because the manga seemingly is ending really soon, so this might be one of the last years, if not next year definitely, that Attack on Titan is in the top 10 manga sales, because it'll probably be ending soon. But still, congrats, 4.7 million, that's no small feat. And then coming in at number 6, baby, which, you know, it's still doing its thing. It's crazy. And you know, the anime now is airing. The manga's been really exciting. My Hero Academia with 5,047,574 copies. My Hero Academia, definitely well deserved. It's crazy. Honestly, I thought it maybe be a little bit higher, just because My Hero Academia has really exploded within the last couple years of popularity. But still, 5 million sales, that is no small feat either. And the fact that it even beat out Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan, I would say, was arguably in its peak more popular than My Hero, but 5 million sales, baby, let's go. That overhaul arc in the anime is no joke right now. Then, now we at top 5, baby, which again, this year's list, honestly, there's been a mixed bag. Like, I know probably about 7 out of these 10 manga I'm familiar with. But this one in the top 5, again, I've never heard of. I'm not sure exactly what it's about. The cover of it looks a little ecchi, and I'm not trying to disrespect it, but it looks a little ecchi. It's called Quintuplets. Or the quintessential quintuplets, I'm sorry, with 5,895,000 copies. Again, I have no idea what the series is about. It gotta look like a busty woman on the cover with her finger over her mouth. It looks straight up like an ecchi series, but I could be wrong. Maybe it's a really dope romance story, or I don't really know. The quintessential quintuplets. I might want to check out a few of these. Again, Kaguya-sama, Tensei Shitara Slime, and now the quintessential quintuplets. That's the last of this list, though. Everything else I'm familiar with, but still, big congrats to that series. I've never even heard of it, and for it to penetrate the top 5, it gotta be doing something right somewhere. Then, coming in at number 4, baby, The Promised Neverland, with a huge jump from 5. 5 was at 5.8 million. This one, The Promised Neverland, number 4, at 7,454,745 copies. That is freaking awesome. I ain't gonna lie. I love to see it because Promised Neverland, great series. Love the premise. Love the story, love the characters. I'm pretty behind in the manga, I'm not gonna lie. I want to say I'm on chapter like 70 or 80. I know a few spoilers for the future of the series, but nevertheless, Promised Neverland. This also might be the last year that it's on the top 10 or the next year, because I want to say that manga is ending as well. They've been saying for a while, like, we're in the climax, so who knows how much longer the Promised Neverland got, but 7 million copies, baby, 7.4. That is freaking awesome. Top 3, baby, top 3, which this series, so much respect for this series from me. I have to do nothing but praise this series because 1, it's a seinen series. 2, this has had 2 seasons of an anime many years ago that bombed and people hated because it was CGI'd. I just got announced for a season 3, and I gotta just do nothing but respect the fact that this is 100% a case of quality outshining everything, because it's a great manga. From what I read, I loved it, and the fandom just non-stop praises it. Kingdom, coming in with 7,661,361 copies. It's insane because this hasn't had an anime in years. Many years, and it's a seinen on top of all that. So for it to still be doing top 3, 7.6 million copies, this is a smash hit, and it's definitely a huge reason why season 3 got announced. I'm hoping with season 3 they don't do the CGI route, because season 1 and 2 suffered greatly. I'm not sure if season 2 has CGI. I know season 1 definitely, but I heard some okay-ish things about season 2, but I don't know what the CGI was like in that one. Either way, Kingdom, amazing story, and I might actually check out the manga this year, give it a fair shake, and do a video, because I've never done a video on Kingdom other than talking about it in these lists. And for it to be still all these years later still in the top 10 at 3, baby, that is freaking amazing. Then here comes the controversy, because in case you missed it a few days ago, or let's even backtrack further than that, up until about a few days ago, it has been that Demon Slayer was seemingly going to come out on top at number 1 with manga sales. It was at, last time I checked, I remember it was like 12 million or something, and One Piece was at like 10, and it was that up until a few days ago when Shueisha, oddly enough, again, Shueisha came out of nowhere. They don't do this normally. Usually Oricon is the one that releases the numbers. Shueisha came out and said One Piece was number 1 with totally different numbers than what we got from Oricon, which again is the tracker that historically everybody's used like gospel. This is gospel to people, okay? This is every year we go with this, because this is, people think it's like a small website or whatever. This is a huge conglomerate that tracks a lot of things. Oricon is not just for like, you know, little manga things or whatever, and it's not just estimates, it's actually pretty damn accurate. So the fact that there's a discrepancy has created a huge amount of controversy, because according to Oricon, yearly 2019 manga sales, One Piece came in at number 2 with 10,134,232 copies, and Kimetsu no Yaiba, aka Demon Slayer, came in with 12,057,628 copies. And it just really makes me wonder what exactly happened here. Is it that Oricon is just really off? Even though if that's the case, then every year they've been really off. Because you gotta think too, okay, Shueisha was saying, from my understanding, they're using digital sales as well, which that is not fair to the other, to argue that automatically that makes One Piece number 1 over all the other publishers. It doesn't really make much sense, because these publishing companies, none of them use their digital sales to equate, you know, to add into the sales figures. So if One Piece is using that, it still doesn't even make sense for why Demon Slayer would be knocked back 2 million copies using digital sales. So I'm not exactly sure what went down with Shueisha. I know this is the list that everybody has used since I've been doing this for about like 8 years now, talking about the, you know, top manga sales or whatever. And according to them, Demon Slayer number 1 with 12 million, One Piece number 2 with 10.1 million. But I want to say this because instead of being immature and attacking, you know, the people that was like, oh, you know, One Piece is the greatest, take the L, I'd rather be mature about it and say, you know what, I'm just happy for the success for all the manga that were in this top 10 list and all the manga in general that are doing well. These mangaka strive very, very hard, work their bones off, and you know, this is one of the big things where they get their paychecks from. So salute to the mangaka, all of them that got paid off of all this, because manga sales is their bread and butter. Salute to One Piece, salute to Demon Slayer. Number 1 and number 2, like I said in my last video, we don't make no money either way, so it is what it is. Demon Slayer number 1, One Piece number 2. Maybe they'll come out, Shueisha, and explain how Demon Slayer lost 2 million in sales and One Piece gained 2 million in sales. Maybe they won't, who knows. I just know that this is the list that has been used by everybody every year from this company, this huge conglomerate, Oricon. Curious what you guys thought about all this though. Which series surprised you the most to see it in there? Honestly, Kingdom at that level still surprises me to this day. A seinen manga with this level of popularity with no anime in years. And the anime it did have, if anything, didn't do it any justice because it was a CGI nightmare. Like, your thoughts on, you know, the surprise of all this? Do you think any series should have sold more, should have sold less? And your take, I guess, on the top 2. Again, either way, I am happy for the success of all of these manga titles. It's dope to see mangaka getting their just dues because they work hard. That's all I have for this one though. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, hit that bell to get all notifications. And if you want to follow any of my other social media, links of course are in the description below. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule: anime and manga for life, boy. Have an awesome day. Peace in.
Enjoy the next ride, but I was the best ride. But I hope you know